Chiquita from age 1 to 31. He went to Orange Glen, San Ball, and finally Valley High School. During his time at Cal State San Marcos, he was a member of the Chi Sigma Alpha, a political honor society. Jeff also serves as a student mentor for TRiO Upward Bound and TRiO Talent Search, and as a pre-college advisor for our CSU College program. This past Saturday, Jeff graduated from Cal State San Marcos with a bachelor's degree in political science. So please join us in welcoming Jeff Meints to the stage.
Congratulations to each of you on graduating. Well, I'm sure many of you will agree there were a lot of great memories and experiences during high school. I'm sure there are also those of you out there that would agree that there were times when things seemed impossible. Perhaps some of you thought to yourself, why am I even in school? What's the point of all this? At least that's what I thought during my high school experience. A little background on me. Ever since I could think of thought, I knew I was adopted. There are some academic statistics and academic expectations for a child that is adopted, and I wish they were positive and successful statistics. Personally, I never looked at being adopted as a negative thing, but simply thought that it just meant I had the opportunity to become an individual. Perhaps it was these statistics were somewhat accurate, or perhaps it was that those academic expectations placed upon me held me back, or maybe I was just a puss. Whatever the case, my academics through elementary to high school could be described as Titanic. Only in this story, there was no love story. There was no exciting shootout where heroes were born, and there was definitely no gigantic diamond to enrich my life. There was, however, the slow drag downward into the freezing black abyss of what was predicted to be my educational future. From Orange Glen High School to San Marcos High School, I finally ended up at Valley High School, which is a continuation high school, and I resisted the very notion of continuation high school. Oddly, it was my salvation. Without Valley High School, I never would have graduated. It was that personalized, one-on-one interaction that kept me on track. There was a feeling that someone actually cared about my future and demonstrated that care through genuine persistence and patience. That care, persistence, and patience are attributes that I have now found in my current position as your pre-college advisor through the TRiO program that each of you have had the privilege of being a part of. Now that high school is behind each of you, all you graduates have to do is focus on your future. Soon your adult life will begin, which can be exciting and perhaps even a little intimidating. After high school, I never really thought of the years that might follow, which could go something like go to college, get a job, an apartment, a roommate, pay for tuition, school books, pay rent, electricity, car insurance once you get a new or used car, and now you get to pay for gas too. Sweet. Don't forget a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Once you get that, you graduate college, get married, buy a house, have kids, pay off that car, maybe buy another car for the kids, pay for that mortgage on the house. Now your kids have grown up, and so fast. And now you get to pay for their college. Soon they'll find someone to marry, and with a little luck, they'll have kids. Now you're a grandparent. It seems another congratulations is in order. Well, for now, let's just focus on the first thing I mentioned, go to college. I remember when I conquered my high school experience, and the decisions I had to make prior to college. I could have gone off to university, or stayed near home, gone to community college, or instead, take a break from school and work, have fun, live life, sleep in. These are the decisions that each of you will now be faced with. I was one of those graduates that was dreaming of the day when high school began, so I could take a break from education. Education. I thought of taking a trip to Europe, cross country and across America, or sleeping in for 2 months. At first I took the summer off, and I thought I'll just chill, work maybe a year or two, get a job somewhere so you can save money, be responsible with it. The money I would save definitely wouldn't spend it on parties, concerts, or a new video game system. The reason for my lack of interest in college was because while in high school I struggled greatly. Whether it was anybody had the teachers, which meant I had to be in the office more times than not, or whether it was the fact that I had more energy than I know to lose. Overall, my future educational prospects were non-existent. At least that's what some of my teachers said. My grades were even worse than my, call it, rebellious behavior. There was no TRiO programs at those schools at the time to watch over me to ensure I was on track to graduate, if anything in my life was right or wrong. finally start college. After high school, I worked, partied, and slept way more than I should have. Did I have fun? Yes. Was it worth it? Was that fun worth me having to wait until I was 27 years old to finally obtain a sort of self-worth? Feel like I had value. Waiting all that time to finally discover my purpose in life. Honestly, it wasn't worth it. Only through a car accident at age 25, which took me off my feet for a couple of years, plaguing me with migraines day and night, and watching C-SPAN for endless hours. And let's be honest, there's nothing on TV these days anymore. I finally found my path in life and back towards education. Watching C-SPAN, I found myself frustrated at our political system, all sides of the aisle. Even I found myself yelling at the TV at times. That was when I decided to focus my life on doing everything I could to better society for every single person, and not just a few. But how could I do that considering my work background and my lack of educational background? My resume was a mile long, and believe me, most employers say that's not a good thing. I worked at Target, delivery driver a few times, Roses, auto parts, science spinner, worked at JCPenney, Jane Doe Lumber, Blockbuster, Kohl's, made oboe rigs and musical instruments, owned a landscaping business, and owned 2 salons. Well, you know, in my opinion, that doesn't sound all that bad. But what do I know? However, I still had no educational background. That was when I thought to myself, could I, me, go to college and achieve my degree and earn that legitimate educational background? I enrolled at Palomar College soon after, and I have to say that community college was the most viable option for me due to my past lack of education and misguided pursuits. Community college saved me thousands of dollars per semester. I mapped out all of my classes that I would need to transfer to Ford University, made a checklist, filled out FAFSA each year, constantly checking on and filling out grant scholarship applications. 2 years later, I graduated at Palomar College with 2 A's, social and behavioral sciences, as well as arts and humanities. I didn't even know you could get 2 A's. Like a surprise. I was a B average student, which is night and day to high school, and I even got on the dean list a couple times. Most importantly, I transferred to California State University, San Marcos. I learned while at community college how to study, take notes, interact with professors and classmates, all the while having fun, struggling joyously, and learning new and truly life-changing things. Things that have shaped my identity and shaped my view of the world. Professors such as Chris Johnson with a PhD in history, and Professor Joe Leiber with a PhD in political science, they challenged and tested me time and time again over the course of those 2 years at Palomar College. Years after graduating from Palomar, those professors are no longer just my mentors, they're my friends, whom I respect, I hang out with, and I enjoy life with. When I arrived at California State University, San Marcos, it was much different than community college, as you can imagine. Intimidating and expensive is one way to look at it. Well, at least that's the bad thing. I always strove to do my absolute best and determine papers and projects with the intent to be proud. Many times I fell short of my professor's expectations, and it was devastating. Many times I even knew I was going to fail. But every struggle and failure was followed by a united passion that would not allow me to back down. Success was the only option. There was no other choice but to strive to do beyond my best. A fair warning, at the university level, in some ways, you're on your own. My checklist of classes required to graduate at the university level fell short when it came time for me to graduate. And I was notified late. This tacked on another year and a half, or a half a year, to my schooling. In other words, cha-ching, and a little bit of honk, honk, honk. It would have been nice to blame someone, but I realized the team effort required and my error. So do not let my error be your error. Triple check your checklist, and then have 3 different advisors triple check that, just to make sure you're not taking too many or too little classes. If you go to community college, remember to map out ahead of time a checklist of the general education classes required to transfer to the university you are interested in. So while in community college, you do not take any classes that you don't insist you transferring to the university. And take those classes, live, learn, laugh, meet interesting new people, and grow as individuals through this process, through your college experience. Also, take your first 2 years of college seriously, and focus on the conversations, the lectures, the challenges, instead of parties. I know it's tough, but believe me when I say it's so worth it. I've been in college for 4 years now. Aside from the 2 AA degrees I received, you've heard I just received my BA in political science at California State University, all the while maintaining that B average. experience in college is the complete opposite as it was in high school. While in college, I finally realized the importance of education, and the best part, I had fun doing it. Without education, society would fall apart at the seams, so you can understand why it's so exciting and why people you know and love are so proud that here you all sit as graduates. Each and every graduate here has accomplished something great, which is why I say keep up this momentum. Start college now, enjoy the challenges that arise, and cherish every moment because they won't come again. At least they should. Most importantly, despite whatever might occur during your time in college, finish it. Life is a constant struggle, which is why we all must struggle through to complete our dreams. I'm a living example of how anyone can overcome past assumptions and negative predictions placed upon them by statistics or individuals. Each of you graduates can create your own future, and I have full